Secondary memory. The secondary memory is also known as external memory and it is non-volatile. The non-volatile means it is permanent memory. That is, when you are switching off the computer also, that content of the secondary memory will be there. That is non-volatile. Then the CPU cannot access the data from secondary memory directly. Then suppose if the CPU want to access the data from secondary memory, first the data from secondary memory needs to transfer to the RAM or primary memory. Then the CPU can access the data. That is, the CPU cannot access the data from secondary memory directly. Then if you want to access the data, first it is transferring to the RAM. Then from RAM, CPU can access the data. Then hard disk. Hard disk is a secondary memory. That is, when you are saving, normally you are saving in C drive, D drive, or like that is hard disk. Then it is a magnetic disk on which you can store and retrieve data randomly. Retrieve data randomly means, random access means, suppose there are 20 datas. You want to access the 10th data. Then you can directly access that 10th data. That is random access. Then the magnetic disk consists of high-speed rotating surfaces coated with a magnetic recording medium. Then when you are writing the data, the write head magnetizes the particles of that disk. Then when you are reading the data, that particles, that magnetic polarization is converting into a data or sequence of pulses. Then this data is arranged in a track. See this circular yellow color, that is track. Then this track again divided into sectors. This is sector. Next, magnetic tape. Magnetic tape is a secondary storage, but it is a serial access medium. Serial access means it cannot access the data randomly. That is, suppose there are 20 data. If you want to access the 10th data, first you want to access 9 data. Then only you can access the 10th data. That is serial access. It is like a audio cassette. See, it is a strip of plastic film like this. See, this is magnetic tape. Then floppy disk. Floppy disk is also a secondary storage medium. Nowadays it is not at all using. Then if you want to use or if you want to access or retrieve the data from the floppy disk, you need a floppy disk drive in your computer. Nowadays in computer that floppy disk drive is not there. But in early days it was common in all the computer. At that time it was a commonly used storage medium for storing and transferring data from one computer to another. Then see, it is a magnetic disk sealed in a square shaped plastic carrier. It is floppy disk. Then optical disk. Optical disk or storage medium is in which data is read or written by lasers. Optical disk is a random access storage medium. Examples are CD, DVD, Blu-ray disc. Then first CD. CD is compact disc. It is circular in shape and is used to store data from computer. Then a CD can store up to 700 MB of data. It is widely used to store music and videos. CD runs in a CD drive. Maximum capacity is 700 MB. Next is DVD. DVD is digital versatile disc. It is also circular. It is also looks like a CD, but it can store more data than CD. And DVD can store up to 4.7 GB of data. Next, Blu-ray disc. It is also same like CD and DVD. See, it can store up to 25 GB of data. It is named so because blue laser is used to read this disc, and hence it can only run in a Blu-ray player. It runs in a Blu-ray player, and blue laser is used for reading. That's why that name Blu-ray disc. Pen drive. It is the most widely used secondary storage device for storing information. It is small, portable and a long-lasting device, and it fits in a, where can we connect this pen drive? We can connect in that USB port. Then a pen drive can store up to 1 TB of data. Then the price of the pen drive depends on its storage capacity. That is, if the storage capacity is low, then the price also will be low. Storage capacity is more means price also will be more. Next topic, hard copy and soft copy. What is the difference between hard copy and soft copy? Hard copy means that printed document. That printed document on the paper is known as hard copy. Then what is the soft copy? Soft copy means that files in the computer, files on the computer or pen drive or CD or anything. It is an electronic document. Soft copy is an electronic document inside the computer or and pen drive or CD, but hard copy is the printed document. That is the difference. Then in this chapter we have discussed different input devices, output devices and memory devices. What are all the input devices? The input devices, mouse, keyboard, joystick, scanner, etc. are the input devices. Output devices are printer, monitor, speaker and all. Then memory, primary memory and secondary memory. Primary memory are RAM and ROM. Then this is the RAM chip. It is a chip. Then this RAM chip, it is connected on the motherboard. This is the motherboard. This we can connect this RAM chip on this motherboard. It's a RAM slot. In this RAM slot, we can connect this RAM chip. Then this ROM. It is the ROM chip. It is also on the motherboard. Then where is the place of this motherboard? This motherboard is inside the CPU box. This motherboard is inside the CPU box. Then this RAM is connecting to this motherboard. ROM chip is also connecting in this motherboard.